There is an imminent economic oil threat happening. There is so much, and this is an imminent alert. I don't want you to let anybody tell you differently. Number one, there was an oil explosion in Tehran today. The U.S. and Israel have pinpointed their weapons at Tehran's oil reserves and refineries, which has caused a type of black smog over Iran. If you were to pause this video right this second and look at the pictures, you would feel so bad because there's acid rain coming out of that issue that they're having in Tehran and the Middle East. Now, that's not just it. Today is also the day of the 2026 global stock market crash. Yes, everything is down. Retail, gold, silver, everything except oil is down right now because we are in the World War III time economy.
This is why we say, guys, if you are not in this space of investing and understanding the fundamentals of the market and understanding the technicals of the market, you will not be able to take advantage of what's going on right now. Like say, we know where to move our money in a timely manner, or I'll say our resources, because this is something that is very important that a lot of people just don't take advantage of. You know, if you ask any investor, anyone that is in the stock market or in the Forex or into crypto or just real estate in general too, they will say, I wish I would have did this a little bit sooner. I wish I would have knew the stock market a little bit sooner. I wish I would have invested a little bit sooner. So if you have not yet, make sure you really start to get the information, because this is very important. This is how you are going to survive this World War III, is using, wisdom, but also using your smart money skills. Like it's really important to see what's going on with this.
If you have smart money skills, because I also saw a data point today, which was quite disturbing. I want you to understand we are about 8 or 9 days into this war. They have already cited that if it goes on for a full 21 days, the grocery supply in the United States of America, the UK, Germany, France, and places in the northwest of the world will be at a stopping point. Groceries will not be around. You will look on the shelves in about a week or so, maybe 2-3 weeks at the most, and see the flour is not there. The rice is not there. The olive oil that you wanted, it's not there. And the things that are there, the steak is going to be $150 per steak in America.
It's probably going to be
These
fake too.
things are... yeah, that's true.
Printed.
These things are coming to pass quicker than ever before in the United States. And so if you have ever considered moving abroad, specifically to the Mascarene Islands or towards a Botswana and then maybe a Rwanda, Madagascar, Mauritius, Seychelles, this would be the moment to make your move. This is the small window of opportunity. We always say that it's similar to COVID-19. Because COVID-19 locked down the entire world, and everybody thought the world would never lock down. They would never do that. And look at the world today.
Exactly.
Everybody remembers COVID-19, right?
Yeah, they told us it's just going to be a weekend, and then they locked it down for another 4 days. And then after that, history writes itself for a whole 3 years. But yeah, no, that is important. That is something that you have to realize what's happening, because I ran across a video today about the partial government shutdown. I know a lot of people are not talking about this. That's important too. That means that travel, they're talking about TSA workers are not getting paid properly, and they're going to start, they're starting to call off work. They're not getting paid. So it's going to be just like the government shutdown before last year. So things like that is starting to really catch up to the economy. It's a weird, uncertain time to be in America, because that's happening, war is happening. But when you look at the chart for the US dollar index, that's getting stronger.
Right.
You know, the only things that's up today that we see is crude oil and like oil, like ETFs and things like that, in a dollar. But most of the companies is down. I believe Nvidia is probably not crazy amount up, but just it's a little green. But this time is very uncertain. There's a lot of things that they're saying that people just don't understand and realize how this is going to affect everybody pretty soon, especially if you are in America. Travel already, we see in the Middle East what's going on. We see certain parts of Europe. You get what I'm saying? So if you are thinking about traveling, it's going to be a direct flight, or you're going to have to, maneuver
differently.
Exactly.
They have to go to Asia first, or Argentina, or Belize, or something like that. You may have to really get into your research. Well, not even France, just watch, because France, Spain, everybody's up in arms right now in Europe. And so it's only a matter of time, as this continues to escalate, that they will even allow these flights to go through Europe. Because the Middle Eastern nations, you should know, are also not too happy. They are taking the side of America because they feel like, hey, Dubai is like, you just bombed our airport for the second time. We rely on all of this tourism. You're like destroying our image to the world that we are the safest, wealthiest, greatest place to be on the planet. Because now people are looking at Dubai with the side eye like, I don't know if I want to go there. They're looking at Qatar with the side eye, and the Qatari president has come out and he has said, listen, we need these bombs to stop ASAP. Now, I don't know what happened with Iran, because just this weekend they were saying sorry for doing this. We're not going to keep doing it, but they're still doing it. And if it's not them doing it, then who could it be doing it? This is so weird. But also understand, my husband was just on a call with our clients, and he was discussing their plans to come to Mauritius. They had no idea they could get a 10-year retirement permit. They had no idea the type of residency options that were available to them with the resources that they currently have. But these were the first wise movers. They're in the generation of first movers that are relocating to the Mascarene Island regions because they are truly the place to be in World War. Now, I also want you to understand that China still holds oil, because guess what? China's the only country that can currently go through the Strait of Hormuz and move their oil, maneuver their products and services. India's discussing something like this with Iran so that India would still be able to move throughout this territory. So it's looking like they're closing the West off to Eastern resources.
Yeah, like we always say, guys, it's going to be that side of the world or this side of the world. That's why it's important to really get your resources in order to travel sooner than later. So if you guys are interested in the information that we provide, make sure you check the links in the description for a one-on-one call. Even for just like today, Monday, for us, we do Sunday market blueprints, and we go over these charts that we're talking about, like oil, like gold, like even cryptocurrency, some other ETFs and things like that. This is very important that we do every single Sunday. So check the links in the description if you are wise thinkers and wise movers.
That's true. I almost forgot about that, because you've been so busy on like 4 calls in the last 24 hours. Man, so they should look at that calendar before it's booked out, because it's getting booked out pretty quick. But guys, this is just 8 minutes ago. As we're sitting here talking to you, this notification comes up and it says the G7. If anyone is unaware of the G7 is a compilation of European and American nations. Okay, basically America and Europe, like France, America, Germany, Spain, United Kingdom, folks like that. Well, they failed to agree on a strategic oil reserve release. Now, this is horrid news for Europe, because Europe is already even at more of a deficit than America. If you thought America was going to be bad, Europe is going to get worse first, because they rely so much on energy and oil from other territories of the world. I mean, think about it. This is why they had to colonize the entire earth. Okay? And so the French minister stated that they are ready to tap into strategic oil reserves to stabilize the market. G7 finance ministers are ready to take all necessary measures, but there is still no consensus on the release of these strategic oil reserves. Now, this is coming from moomoo.com. It's an investment app that you should go ahead and download to keep up with some of this news. These are the fundamentals of investing and understanding the market. We are entrepreneurs on this channel, and so even from a business standpoint, you want to know what's going on in the economy. But leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think of that, because if they can't come to a consensus on what they're going to do with their oil reserves, how they're going to have energy, how they're going to have oil flowing through, I mean, they're literally, well, actually, winter's ending. So they don't have to worry about winter again for some time. They'll have summer, but then they're going to have to think about this next winter coming up, because when it gets cold in Europe and the Americas, oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
But that's about it for this video, family. Shalom. We'll see you in the next one. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Let us know. Do you think this is going to get very, very bad for the Western Hemisphere very, very quick? Because it appears that Iran, China, and India are willing to somewhat work together, even though India is still an alliance with America. At the end of the day, they're like, look, we're not about to starve over here for you Americans, though. You guys are all the way over there. China's just right here. Iran's just right here. I think we're going to keep the trade open just for these three nations.
Exactly. Yeah, family. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.